Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to talk about why avatars, firebenders, can bend out of thin air and other elements can. Well, I feel like they shouldn't say other elements because like airbenders can out of thin air because air is in the air. No pun intended, but I feel like they should have said, well, other elements excluding air bending can't, or probably refer to like water bending and earth bending. So let's read, shall we? Sorry being a little nitpicky, but let's read. Most benders need their elements present before they can bend an avatar, but firebenders can make fire no matter what. And here's why. Here. Now this code also kind of like putting into like perspective for me. If there's like no oxygen in the room, can airbenders still bend air? It's not the question of the day. Anyways, and after the last airbender, the firebenders have the ability to make fire out of nothing. And even though that doesn't apply to all the other elements, there might be a good reason. Maybe all of the four nations of the show are associated with certain elements, and many are born with the ability to manipulate them with a series of martial arts inspired movements called bending. The exception of the rule would be the avatar, as the avatar at Aang has the potential to bend all four elements instead of only one, and the show spends a lot of time focusing on his quest to learn how to bend each element. When it comes to bending, each bender is restricted to the capacities of the element of their nation. But for instance, Katara has to carry bending water with her and pull small traces of water from the surrounding plants. And Toph feels uneasy on terrain such as sand because she can't see the variations clearly. The secrets of firebenders' self-made flames lies in a similar logic. So after firebenders use chemical reactions to make fire. After the last airbender strictly adheres to the laws of nature and focuses on the importance of maintaining the balance of the world. According to Uncle Iroh, firebending comes from the firebender's breath, where other benders can only bend from what's in front of them. Since fire is naturally occurring event via lightning strikes or friction, it stands to reason that the element itself is not confined to a physical state of matter. The chemical reaction that produces fire out of nothing aligns with the characteristics of firebenders themselves. Uncle Iroh explains to Zuko that fire represents power, saying, "The people of the Fire Nations have desire and will, and the energy and drive to achieve what they want. Unlike the other elements, fire is created and exhausted rather than altered in a natural environment, and this almost spiritual aspect of the element directly aligns with the true firebending of the Sun Warriors." So, after the last... Oh my lord. Why? I swear they're trying to, like, torture me here. They're referencing the last shipbender, as I like to call it. After the last Airbender movie refers to show's firebending rules. That's not the only thing that the last shipbender refers from the last Airbender show. Let's read what they have to say about that garbage movie. The movie adaptation of The Last Airbender infamously changed many details of the show, and one of the most unnecessary changes dealt directly from the firebenders' ability to create fire. The Fire Nation's soldiers kept lit torches and fire pits close throughout the movie, which made them extremely vulnerable. This also created a small plot hole. considering the Fire Nation would be much less challenging enemy for the water tribes to. This also created a plot hole. I'm going to reread it again. Considering the Fire Nation would be a much less challenging enemy for the water tribes if their main weapon could simply be extinguished. By the movie's end, General Iroh alone achieves the ability to bend fire out of nothing, which is possibly a reference to his true firebending learned from the Sun Warriors. The many which, the last Airbender movie was shit. It was horrible. That shouldn't have even been made, which is why you guys see me refer to it mostly as the last shitbender besides the last Airbender. The many world building details of After the Last Airbender are part of what has given it blah blah blah. The many world building I can't read today for some reason. The many world building details in After the Last Airbender are part of what has given it its enduring popularity. The other shows in its sequel series, The Legend of Korra, bending styles are examined in depth. Netflix's upcoming live-action series could continue to explore the mysteries of bending the elements. Hopefully, this will include a bigger conversation about firebenders' abilities to make their flames themselves right there in the air. I just hope that with the last Airbender show, it would be in live action, that I would see what the last shitbender did. I'd not go that route, because it's pretty hard to make a movie that's that horrible. And I remember when the last Airbender movie came into theaters, my brother said, don't watch it. One of the few times I regretted not listening to my brother, because that movie, not only did we give M. Night Shyamalan money for that shit show, but that movie was horrible. About an hour and a half to 2 hours of my life where I would never get back. And I've yet to make a review of the channel of it, and I have to do it because I lost a bet to a friend. I'm not looking forward to rewatching that movie, but it'd be interesting how the show will tackle the firebending thing. I guess I never really paid too much attention to where the firebenders drew their firebending from. The multiple times I watched The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra series. If you guys haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender or Legend of Korra, watch it. At least watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. All 3 seasons are good. Legend of Korra, even though it's not as good of a show as Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think Legend of Korra is still worth watching at least once. Don't watch the Last Airbender movie because that's trash. But like I said, Avatar: The Last Airbender show is great. I love how before I end the series, because video, I have to say I do like how when they do explain stuff to the audience, they don't really dumb it down. They know they somehow some kid shows do nowadays where they dumb things down for the kids. They don't dumb things down. They explain it in a unique way, an intelligent way, where it won't come off as insulting to their audience's intelligence. And I dig the show. And I do dig the whole spiritual aspect, the adventure aspect. And like I said, if you guys haven't watched The Last Airbender show yet, or Legend of Korra, do it. Don't watch The Last Airbender, The Last Shitbender. Watch After The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. You guys, I can guarantee you will like it. That said, my laptop is telling me I'm low power, so I better charge it. That said, love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I'll talk to you fellow mutants later.